Brian Daniel. This is my airplane. This is called a Breezy. It was built by Sam Bleeden out at Dillingham Airfield. He owned the glider company. So it uses a glider wing, and other parts from aircraft are the Cessna nose wheel, and the rudder pedals came from a Cessna. Gas tank I bought from a racing car company. I do use this plane, and I fly it every chance I get. After work or on weekends, I'm usually out at Kaleloa, which is Barber's Point, flying this airplane. Mostly around Oahu, but I have taken it to the outer islands, only in very, very good weather. It has to be dead calm, no rain. Last 2 weeks ago, we took this plane on a trip to Lanai. Landed at Lanai City and then flew around the island and came back to Oahu. That was a nice trip. This is the way to see the islands, because in an airliner, you're in a metal tube and you're looking out a little window from 35,000 feet and you don't see much. I believe that they should make airliners like this, where everybody sits outside and they fly low and slow. That would be a ride.
Well, first of all, I'm Neil Darnell, and I'm with the, I represent the Air National Guard. We're here in Hawaii, courtesy of the Air National Guard. We're here to perform at the show this weekend, Kaneohe Bay Air Show. We're excited about it. We flew the truck over on a C-5 a couple of days ago, compliments of the U.S. Air Force, and we're glad to be here. We're a long way from home. We're from Missouri. We travel all over the mainland. This is our first time to have our truck on an Air Force jet, so we're excited about it. Basically, what we've got here is a jet-powered pickup. It's the fastest truck in the world. We hold the air show speed record of 375 miles per hour. And we'll run that fast this weekend on your runway. We'll do 2 performances each day. The first one is a solo, kind of a teaser. The second one will actually race an airplane. I give the airplane 160 mile an hour head start. I don't leave until I see him in my windshield, and then it's catch up. And I'll have to get it up to about 375 to catch it. So it's a pretty cool deal. The truck has a military jet engine on it that came from a Navy jet trainer. We added an afterburner. It makes 12,000 horsepower and 7,000 pounds of thrust. The truck only weighs 2,400 pounds. If you were to set it up on its backside, it would go straight up, no problem. Well, I'm old enough to know better. I've got quite a background as far as I've raced a little bit of everything. But this is our 10th year doing the truck. Actually, 2 years ago, we partnered with the Air National Guard. At that point, we added another jet truck. My 30-year-old son drives that truck. Actually, he's at McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita, Kansas this weekend. So it's kind of a family operation. We're having a ball. Well, we can burn any kind of jet fuel, kerosene, soybean oil, or diesel fuel. Diesel fuel is our preference because it makes more smoke and fire, and that's what basically the jet trucks are all about. Diesel fuel has more BTUs, and it seems to like the diesel a little bit better than everything else. And it burns a lot of it. We'll burn 60 gallons in about an 8-minute performance. This is my 3rd or 4th time to Hawaii as a tourist. As an air show performer, this is the first time. This is the first time the truck has actually ever been out of North America, the continent. We did do the Alaska show. We drove up there with a trailer back in 2006, but I was asked about a year ago if I'd be interested in coming to this show, and they kind of gave me a little bit of the rundown what all was going to be involved. It's definitely been a journey. We hauled the truck to Travis Air Force Base in California in a trailer, and at that point then we loaded it on a C-5 Galaxy, and we got here Tuesday night late, and we're still, I'm still trying to catch up my body to what time it is here. We're 6 hours different from home. But I want to invite everybody to come on out and see the show. The entire air show is going to be fantastic. They've got a lot going on here. Of course, it all starts with the Blue Angels as the finale of the show, but got a lot of good aerobatic performers here. Several different things that they're going to see. I mean, it's a world-class air show. There's no doubt about it. And for the first time ever here in Hawaii, you've got a jet-powered truck. So a lot of people are excited about it, and we're excited to be here.
He's on the way as he's accelerating right over through. Over 100 miles an hour.
Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get sick?
No,
Did you feel sick?
Yes.
What was the best part of it?
I really like the hammerhead. That was a maneuver that pilot did. Where you go straight up.
Yep.
And we went up above the Mokaluas, and we came straight down on top of the Mokaluas.
So you went cruising down Kaneohe Beach.
We did, and most of our maneuvering was right off of Bellows Beach.
Bellows, okay.
Yeah, we got lucky and timed our hammerhead. A new way to see the Mokes, going straight down at them.
I guess so.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Wow. So
yeah, we did roll, loop. We did roll.
Oh yeah,
loop,
I'm gonna tell everybody about it. Yeah,
did a roll?
coming out to the air show.
Oh, we did roll, loop, half cube and 8. What else did we do? Torque roll.
Can't
Torque roll
stop
is
smiling.
going straight up, just corkscrews all the way to 0 airspeed. And she did a fantastic job.
Very good.
He's an awesome pilot.
I guess
Very
so.
smooth.
Very smooth. huh?
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've had this plane for 16 years, and I've been flying for 47 years. I was an Air National Guard fighter pilot for 30 plus years.
And where are you based out of?
Honolulu International Airport.
Oh, okay. So you're a local.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
a local pilot.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We've lived here 43 years now.
43 years.
In fact, we're both from Kailua, so
Yeah.
so we did
That
some
was a beautiful
sightseeing
way to
and
see
saw our
Kailua.
houses on the way to and from.
So do you do other air shows as well?
There was one in Kona year before last, and the 4th of July in Kailua. We always, Hank Bruckner and the Cap 10 and I always do our show on the 4th of July. It's a twilight show at about 6 o'clock at night.
Well, very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Thank you. Thanks, Selena. Yes, you did a great job.
Jacquie Warda, Jacquie B, Jacquiewarda. I'm an aerobatic pilot extraordinaire. And of course I'm a girl.
You're a girl.
And I'm a girl.
And why do you say that? You're a girl.
Because it's important, because I'm one of about 4 in this entire industry across the country. It's a guy's thing. It's the old bastion. And it's difficult to work your way in, but once you're in, you're in.
And what made you want to get in?
Well, I just wanted to fly. And it took me a long time to realize that I was smart enough to learn to fly an airplane because I didn't think girls could fly airplanes because I didn't think girls were smart enough. Well, I found that that was not true. Not only am I smart enough, but I'm extremely capable, and I learned that, and I just thought, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
So when did you start flying?
Legally with a license at 32. I was the consummate fence hanger. Any chance I got to fly with someone, I would. But I actually got my license when I was 32 years old, and just been flying 1 hour at a time since then. I'm flying the German-built Extra 300. It's built by Walter Extra. It's putting out about 350 horsepower. It has 2 seats, so I actually can take passengers now, which is a little unusual for the airshow industry. Obviously, smaller is easier to throw it around the sky, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I like having the second seat. It's built to fly aerobatics. It'll create lift in any position I put it, upside down, sideways, upside down, whatever. And it's actually designed to do aerobatics. That's its #1 job. Oh, we put it in a C5, the C5 Galaxy. We had to take the propeller off, and we took the entire tail section off, and then you turn it kind of sideways and slide it up inside that aircraft. We brought 4 airplanes and the jet truck. Well, anybody who sees me fly this airplane, I just turned 59 years old. I flew my first air show when I was 50. So if I can do that, it doesn't matter what anybody wants to do out there. I don't care how old you are or whatever it is you want to do. If you want it badly enough, anything's possible. I've proven that more than once. I think that people who want to learn to fly, if they've never flown, they need to go to an airport right now, take an introductory flight to see if they actually like it. There's no reason to wait till tomorrow or next week. They go right now. Because if you don't like it, now you know you can start dreaming about something else. But if you want to learn to fly, find an airport, go take a flight. They're going to let you fly it from the very first time. Find out if you love it as much as you think you do. Because if you do, now you've started. That's the hard part, is getting the first flight in. Once you start and you realize you love it as much as you thought you did, you're halfway there because you have now started. So I would encourage anyone to just go try it. I want everybody on this island and every other island to come out and see this air show this weekend. I'm going to be flying down low in front of the crowd, and I'm going to tumble the airplane. I'm going to dive at the ground. I'm going to miss the ground, come back up and do it again. Back and forth. We're all going to do that. You've got the Blue Angels here. We've got Kirby Chambliss. I'm going to fly. I'm the only girl out here flying, so I think if nothing else, come out and see how I do it. I'm just thrilled to death to be in Hawaii flying an air show. I just think it's pretty awesome that I get to do something this special, to ride the C5. I mean, it's just not your everyday average air show. I feel very privileged to be here, and I'm honored that they want to. This is my second time they asked me to come back, so that's a pretty nice honor.
You know, I always consider myself very fortunate because at 2 years old, there's pictures of me dragging airplanes around. So I always knew I wanted to be a pilot, and that's why I consider myself fortunate, because a lot of people are not sure what they want to do. I knew I wanted to be a pilot. All I had to do was figure out a way to do it. And so I've been flying with my dad when I was probably as young as 10 or 11 years old, and then got my license 18, 19 years old, and been flying ever since. I've been flying air shows really since I was about 24 years old. And I'm 26 now, so I just
Just a year.
I've been flying, yeah. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of them for sure. This is an Edge 540. This was our 2010 race plane that we converted to an air show airplane. It's very lightweight, very strong. I've been involved with the manufacturer since day one. I did all the test flying on the airplane, all the thing with the flutter analysis on the ailerons and the cantilever tail and all the things we switched over to them. The rate of roll on it is super fast. It's almost 500 degrees a second, which is 1.5 times. And to put that in perspective, like the F-18, it's 240. This is 500. Well, the thing about this airplane that's special is that, you know, basically your imagination is a limitation. I mean, if you can't do it in this airplane, it pretty much can't be done. And basically, it can, you know, as you see out here today, the tail will go over the nose and make it do that many times. Cartwheel it, do pretty much anything that I want to do with the airplane. It's a fantastic airplane. Oh, I love being in Hawaii. I was able to come over a few days early and enjoy, you know, some of the attractions and stuff here. My family's here. Went to Pearl Harbor. Went to a late night luau, which was really cool. All that. So I've had a great time, and I'm really enjoying myself. But I guess now it's time to go to work.
My name is Major Tom Gallagher, the United States Air Force Reserve. I'm standing in front of the C-5 Galaxy. We're based out of Westover, Massachusetts. We fly Air Force Reserve. This aircraft is used predominantly for cargo lift missions. We're able to carry up to 2 M1 Abrams tanks or 8 Black Hawk helicopters. We travel all across the world. We do missions in support of Operation Iraq or Afghanistan, Enduring Freedom. We're out here today with the air show support. We actually brought some performers from Travis Air Force Base en route. We got to enjoy the air show ourselves. We brought Jacquie B, aircraft and performer, and we brought the Red Bull aircraft as well as the Red Bull jet truck. So we're happy to be here and enjoying Hawaii.
How you doing? My name is Captain Marconi Kabatbet. I go by Bullet. Behind us here is the F-22 Raptor. It is a premier air dominance fighter that we have in the United States aircraft today. What makes this aircraft special is it is basically the best aircraft out there. It has stealth capability as well as internal bays, as you can see. So this aircraft outmatches any fighter that's out there in the arsenal and our adversaries, and everybody would be pretty afraid to challenge us. So once again, Air Force and the United States spent a lot of money creating this aircraft to be the air dominance and supreme air dominance fighter today. So this aircraft costs off the line about $140 to $160 million. There's a lot of money being poured in, which drives up the price a lot more. This is due to the advanced avionics systems that we have that allows us to have a lot of SA, situational awareness, that allows a pilot like me to make tactical decisions that makes us win the war and makes us that air dominance training. For training, as in the pilot-wise, we all go through UPT, undergraduate pilot training, and that takes about a year, as well as some fighter training, and then off to your MDSs, which is F-22. Basically, all in all, it takes about 2.5 years to 3 years to get all done. Full-up training from starting from a guy that does not know how to fly to an Air Force pilot that is equipped and ready with the knowledge that you can to fly this F-22 aircraft, but about 2.5 to 3 years.
Well, we're out here from San Diego. I'm the team chief for the Navy parachute team. We come around and promote, awareness of naval special warfare, SEALs, SWIC, EOD, and the main point is just to come out and jump and to interact with, the public and actually see, SEALs close up and ask us questions. We're just normal people, just like everybody else. Well, it's very simple. Work hard. Whatever you put your mind to, you're going to do it. Whether you become a SEAL or anything special in life. If it's what you want to do and you want to be one of us and you want to volunteer for that, it's hard work. Simple that, and never quit attitude. But really, that's across the military wide. The Marines, sailors, Air Force, everybody. It's that attitude that's going to put you in this position. Training, as I'm sure anybody can tell you, you can't always prepare for every single thing. I mean, just like today, the winds were nasty up there, and we practiced a lot, but we've never practiced here. So you still have to be prepared for unknowns. So I kind of like having some of that unknown. We jump 6 to 9 times when we're doing our training during the winter. Is really like our off time when we're not doing air shows and Navy weeks and stuff like that. So as SEALs, we try to jump as much as possible, but on the parachute team we jump a heck of a lot more. I think definitely discipline. I'm sure you've heard this many times, but it's definitely discipline. It's integrity. It's doing the right thing when nobody else is looking, and really that plays big time into our community. because I'm carrying the load for you and you be carrying the load for me. And once you go overseas, you don't have family to go home to. So when we're out training, I think we take our training very, very seriously, because once we go overseas, like I said, you are my family if you and I are both SEALs. So that's a big difference. And I think for our newer SEALs, when they come into their first deployment, that's probably the biggest eye opener. So I think that discipline and that reliance on another man is definite. I think that's probably what I've taken about it so far. I've been at SEAL Team 5, SEAL Team 7, and then I've trained our guys doing land warfare. So I've been to quite a few, a couple of teams. I've been on the East Coast for a little bit. So yes, yeah. I mean, like everything's out on the internet now. It's too much. And that's one thing that SEALs, we take very, very much pride in our secretive type work, but there's so much publicity right now, it's hard for us to not be in the spotlight.
Hi, my name's Lance Corporal Rimmer. I'm here to explain to you guys about the M327 120 millimeter mortar system. So this is the Marine Corps' new. It's fairly new. It's the shoots a 120 millimeter mortar round, which is this right here. So it's gonna shoot this. It's gonna be front loaded. So somebody's gonna stand up here on this stool, front load this. Max range on it is roughly 7,900 meters. It's going to be pulled by an ITV, an internally transportable vehicle. Basically, the whole weapon system was created so it could be loaded in and out of CH-53s and 22 Ospreys. So both the mortar and the vehicle can be loaded onto a bird at the same time. So that's its basic use, is to come out of a helicopter, come into a combat zone, fire, and then go back onto the helicopter and get out. So that's its basic use.
Good morning, my name is Corporal Ochoa, 4th Battalion, 12th Marines, Charlie Battery. I'm a section chief on M777 howitzer. It's basically the lightweight howitzer for artillery. It can shoot up to 18 miles. You can shoot up to 4 rounds per minute, and then 2 rounds every minute following that. So basically, you have a crew of 7 guys, 6 guys on the gun, and myself, the section chief, verifying and making sure everything's double and triple checked before you shoot every round.
I'm Lance Corporal Taylor with 1st Battalion, 12th Marines, Charlie Battery. This is the M250 cal. Basically, we just use this on post or put it in the back of the 7-ton on the turret. And the max effective range is 1,850 meters. And that's an area target. So area target is basically just 1,850 meters, a truck. We use this on post just to shoot on over flat ground. This right here is the 240 Bravo. It shoots a 7.62 ball round. Also it has a armor piercing round that goes with it too. Max range is 1,800 meters. Area target 800 meters. A point target is for personnel, smaller targets. This is the machine gun day optic. All right, we just started implementing these in the Marine Corps, and you can actually range somebody out of this day optic. There's a reflex sight here. It's just at 100 meters. It'll shoot a 1-inch target.
We are stationed out of Pensacola, Florida. I tell you what, you think Pensacola's beautiful until you come here, so thank you all for rubbing that in and making me not want to live in Florida anymore. But at the same time, we do our show season basically from March until November every year, wide open. Every single weekend we're out flying around. We go to El Centro, California to do our winter training. For those of you that are football fans, my best analogy is like two-a-days. We fly all day, every day. We get about 3 months of winter training done there. It's just a great opportunity. The weather's nice. We get a lot of flying in. We'll start off flying 1 or 2 aircraft at a time, ultimately working up into a 6-ship Delta formation, which is what you'll see during the demonstration.
I work in life support. We maintain the systems that support the life of the pilot during normal and emergency situations, which include ejection seats, ECS and avionics cooling, all the survival equipment, seat pan, anything that the pilot would need necessarily in a worst case scenario is the equipment that we work on.
John Hecker, Johnhecker. I'm a captain of the United States Marine Corps, and I fly Fat Albert for the United States Navy Blue Angels. I joined the military when I was 29 years old, which is 2.5 years after I'm allowed to be able to join it in the first place, so I had to get an age waiver. I never flew until I was 30 years old, and then I started flight school and learned to fly at age 30. And 10 years later, here I am flying Fat Albert for all the great people in the States. So having an absolute blast doing this. You know, we get to come out here to places like this and put on a show with all these other great performers. You know, we got Mike Wiskas with us, we got Chuck Aaron, we got the U.S. Navy Leapfrogs. We got all these great people coming out this weekend to put on a show for everybody here, and it's going to be a blast. But you could pretty much take anybody from the fleet and you could put them in this job and you can make it happen. It's just a matter of training and everything, and you know, they're out there on the front lines right now. We just happen to be the face of the Navy and the Marine Corps, and we're out here showing Americans up close and personal wise what we do as sailors and Marines. You know, a normal American doesn't get to go out and touch an aircraft carrier. They don't get to go out and touch an airplane. They don't get to be this close to the action. And everything we do at the air show is kind of, you know, basically what we're doing in Iraq or Afghanistan or overseas, other places. Except we're kind of making it a little bit more showy, obviously, and we got our jets painted up blue and yellow. But basically, it's just a great opportunity for Americans to come out and see what we do.
The Blue Angels proudly celebrate the centennial of Marine Corps aviation. In May of 1912, First Lieutenant Alfred Cunningham reported to Annapolis, Maryland for flight training, marking the birth of Marine Corps aviation. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your United States Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron takes pleasure in performing for you this, our 53rd flight demonstration of the 2012 season. I'm Lieutenant Mark Tedrow, narrator for the Blue Angels. The Blue Angel maintenance crew and their equipment travel aboard a United States Marine Corps C-130 Hercules, affectionately known as Fat Albert. It is the large blue and white aircraft taking its position on the runway to your left. Today, Fat Albert will be demonstrating the high-performance climb capability of the Lockheed Martin C-130 Hercules.
Bird, Burrow, upstate of winter, calm. We own the airfield and airspace. You are clear to take off. Have a good one. Thanks, Mo. First ready to do it one more time in the paradise of the Pacific at Marine Corps Base Hawaii. Hoorah, Marine Corps! Zip Marines!
The C-130 Hercules, built by the Lockheed Martin Aircraft Company, was first produced in 1951. It was designed as a tactical transport, capable of lifting heavy payloads both into and out of short or unimproved airstrips, as well as providing aerial delivery. The aircraft is powered by 4 Rolls-Royce turboprop engines, producing more than 18,000 shaft horsepower, enabling takeoffs on runways as short as 2,500 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Hecker is now positioning Fat Albert behind the crowd to the right for the parade pass. Flown at 200 feet, at airspeeds approaching 300 miles per hour. From the right, Captain Hecker is now positioning Fat Albert for a low-altitude, high-speed pass. From the left, at 370 miles per hour, the Fat Albert Flat Pass. Fat Albert is flown by an all-Marine crew, led by Captain Ben Blinn from Ventura, California, Captain John Hecker from Huntsville, Alabama, and Captain A.J. Harrell from Frederick, Maryland. High and to the left, Captain Hecker will establish Fat Albert on a very steep approach angle. to simulate landing in mountainous terrain or a hostile environment. To demonstrate the short-field landing capability, they will touch down and immediately reposition the propellers to full reverse, stopping the aircraft in just 1,500 feet. You will notice that not only can the aircraft stop quickly, but it can actually taxi backwards. Ladies and gentlemen, with the stars and stripes flying proudly above the cockpit, the Blue Angels C-130. Fat Albert. Now, direct your attention to the ramp before you. Observe the military manner in which the 6 demonstration pilots approach their aircraft and are saluted by their crew chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, Flying Blue Angel number 1, the commanding officer and flight leader of the Blue Angels, from Atlanta, Georgia, Captain Greg McWhirter. Flying Blue Angel number 2, the right wingman, from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, Lieutenant Commander John Hiltz. Flying Blue Angel number 3, the left wingman and one of the Marine Corps representatives in the Delta Formation, from Hemet, California, Captain Brandon Cordell. Flying Blue Angel number 4, the slot pilot and the other Marine Corps representative in the Delta Formation, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Major Brent Stevens. Flying Blue Angel number 5, the lead solo, from Coon Rapids, Minnesota, Lieutenant Commander CJ Simonson. Flying Blue Angel number 6, the opposing solo, from Birmingham, Alabama, Lieutenant Commander Dave Tickle. As the crew chiefs assist the pilots into their jets, you're witnessing the teamwork found in all Navy and Marine Corps units. The Blue Angels also take a great deal of pride in personifying the Navy and Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. The Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels, is the oldest performing U.S. military aviation demonstration team. Since 1946, the Blue Angels have brought naval aviation to men and women of all ages across America. We are now in our 26th year of flying the highly sophisticated Boeing FA-18 Hornet. The pilots and crew chiefs will now start the General Electric engines that power these FA-18s. The noise level will soon become too high for you to hear a description of the checks that we will be performing. However, please note that each aircraft was carefully inspected by expert Blue Angel maintenance personnel prior to this afternoon's aerial demonstration. The Blue Angels fly the Boeing FA-18 Hornet, a multi-mission strike fighter, versions of which have been operational throughout the fleet since 1983.
Takeoff checks. Jacquie. Okay. Check your suppression. Check your trim set. Check your heading norm. My heading is 130. Check your altimeter set 2991. Correct the center point elevation 0 feet. Check your barrel winning 0. Check your SAS 12, 30, 30, 34. Check your fuel. Check your speed arm. Lights out. Jacquie. Sub. 2 feet. No set. Almost. Check your suppression. Smoke on. Smoke off. Good afternoon, balls. Update to winter call. Boss squawk 0400, Roshan squawk 0401, Elbow squawk 0402. You are cleared to taxi via Foxtrot, back taxi, line up and wait, runway 422. Thanks, Bo. Line up and wait, runway 4 and 22.
The Blue Angels taxi in tight formation, just as you will see them perform here this afternoon. This degree of precision has become a trademark of the Blue Angels since first established 66 years ago. 16 officers and 100 enlisted personnel comprise the Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron. 4 of the demonstration pilots fly in a tight diamond formation, while 2 fly as solos, the maximum performance demonstrators. Once again, I'm Lieutenant Mark Tedrow from Charleroi, Pennsylvania, Blue Angel number 7 and the narrator for the flight demonstration, as well as the pilot for the VIPs we normally fly at each show's site. They're on the runway now with the diamond establishing the fingertip formation. They'll accelerate their engines to 85% power, carefully check their engine instruments, and respond to Captain McWhirter with a thumbs up, indicating they're ready to go. With a thumbs up from each of his wingmen, Captain McWhirter will call for the selection of afterburner, and the Blue Angel Diamond will be rolling. Accelerating to 150 miles per hour, he will pull back on the stick, flying the formation into the air. Immediately after liftoff, Major Stevens will call for the landing gear and flaps to come up, and they'll commence the Diamond Burner Go low transition on takeoff.
Pause. Move. Upsteady winds are 1107. We on the airfield and airspace. You are cleared for takeoff. Have a good one. Thanks, Mo. Cleared for takeoff. Solos ready to rock Hawaii, boss. We're clear for takeoff. Winds are 1107. That's a right crosswind. Check your park and brake pulse. Check your drum set. Check your nozzle steering on. Maneuver. Diamond Burner Go. Low transition. Right turn out. JK. So, Bay is Diamond up clear on 9. Let's fire it up for the Blues over K Bay and 100 years of Marine Corps aviation. Hoorah! Let's run them up.
Back to the right, Blue Angel number 5 is rolling. He will accelerate to 170 miles per hour and climb to an altitude of 50 feet. He will then roll his aircraft 360 degrees with the landing gear extended. The dirty roll on takeoff. Back to the left, Blue Angel number 6 is rolling. He will execute a very precise low transition as he accelerates his aircraft to 300 miles per hour. The Blue Angel Diamond will momentarily be making its approach from the right. In relatively slow speed flight, they will give you an opportunity to get a close look at that very minimum 18-inch wingtip to canopy separation that exists between these 4 aircraft. Approaching center point, Lieutenant Commander Simonson and Lieutenant Commander Tickle will roll their aircraft into a 90-degree angle of bank and push forward on the stick as they perform the opposing knife edge pass. From the right, at 400 miles per hour, the Diamond Roll. All 4 aircraft rolling as one in this graceful 360-degree rolling maneuver. Our 2 solo pilots are approaching once again, this time to demonstrate the inverted flight capabilities of these FA-18s. Approaching inverted from the left and right, they will roll their aircraft 360 degrees over center point. The opposing inverted to inverted roll. To the left, the Diamond is setting up for their next maneuver, the Diamond Aileron Roll. Approaching center point on a signal from Captain McWhorter, all 4 pilots will simultaneously roll their aircraft 360 degrees. To the right, Lieutenant Commander Simonson and Lieutenant Commander Tickle will establish a mirror image formation. But look closely, for both aircraft are in the carrier landing configuration as they approach for a maneuver we call the Fortas. For Navy and Marine Corps pilots who must land their aircraft on the small and sometimes pitching deck of an aircraft carrier at sea, slow speed flight is just as important as high speed flight. In order to demonstrate the dirty, slow speed handling characteristics of these Boeing FA-18s, Captain McWhorter has called for the extension of the landing gear and tail hooks by the 4 Diamond pilots. As the 4 Diamond pilots approach once again, you should notice 2 significant modifications. While the wingman, Lieutenant Commander Hiltz and Captain Cordell, maintain that minimum wingtip to canopy separation, the flight leader and slot pilot are both upside down. Lieutenant Commander Simonson is approaching to demonstrate the maximum performance turn radius of the FA-18. He'll execute a 7.5 G after burning turn and exit the flight line vertically, showcasing the Hornet's slow speed climb capability. Having rolled their aircraft 270 degrees and crossed with minimum separation, Let's watch as both pilots sustain 6 times the force of gravity required to cross their aircraft over center point. The 4 Diamond pilots are now stacked down and aft on a 45-degree bearing line to establish a right echelon formation. From the right, at 350 miles per hour, the Blue Angel Echelon Parade. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposing horizontal rolls. In front of the crowd to the right, Captain McWhorter is rolling out the Diamond to demonstrate the awesome power of these General Electric engines. Approaching center point, he will call the 4 Diamond pilots to select full afterburner. Watch and listen to the thunder of 8 engines, producing 128,000 pounds of thrust. More power than the starting lineup of the Daytona 500. To the right, Lieutenant Commander Simonson has joined the Diamond in a line abreast formation. Still maintaining minimum separation, the pilots must now align themselves by looking 90 degrees from their flight path toward Captain McWhorter's aircraft. Approaching from the right at 350 miles per hour, the 5-plane line abreast flat pass. Captain McWhorter has now called for our 2 solo pilots to join the Diamond for the Delta aerobatic portion of our flight demonstration. From the left, at 400 miles per hour, the Blue Angel maneuvering Delta.